you for stopping by my channel. My name's Becky, if you don't know who I am already. We are a homeschooling family. I have a 10th grader and a 4th grader, and we've been homeschooling now this is our 6th year of homeschooling. So I thought I would share a video with you guys today that is part of our homeschooling journey that I am definitely in the thick of it right now, because I do have a high schooler, and high school and homeschool is definitely a different ballgame than homeschooling through elementary school. There are a lot more things you have to think of, a lot more plans you have to make, a lot more records you have to keep, and it's just a lot, in my opinion, scarier, because you're making sure that your child is prepared for college and for life. So I'm still new to this myself as far as having a high schooler. This is obviously, she's a 10th grader, so it's my oldest child, and this is my first time having a kid in high school. Hopefully by the time my youngest is in high school, I'll have this all kind of down to a science, but I'm definitely doing a lot of research and a lot of question asking to people that I know who've graduated homeschoolers already and they have kids in college, you know, picking their brain. What do I do? What is this? What's the best time to do this? All that stuff. So definitely give me grace that this is my journey and I don't know everything, and I'm just trying to share with you what I have learned so far and what we are planning to do as far as college. So today I'm sharing with you guys 2 things that I have learned about that we are planning to do with our oldest daughter to pay for college without any financial aid, without any scholarship or loan of any kind. So if you're interested in seeing what we're planning on doing for that, then stay tuned. I plan on sharing this journey with you guys along the way, everything I'm learning step by step. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're following me on Instagram. It's a place to nest Becky on Instagram because I post over there whenever I upload new videos. So you want to make sure you're subscribed and you're following me over there. Whether you homeschool or not, I think this video will be helpful because obviously most of us plan to put our kids through college somehow, or most kids plan to go to college, and so I feel like this is going to be helpful for everybody, whether you homeschool or not. So the first thing we plan on utilizing to avoid paying for college is the CLEP exam. CLEP stands for College Level Examination Program. Basically, it is a test that you take that essentially will let you test out of a college class. From what I've seen, most of them are general education classes like biology, there's a couple math classes, there's some humanities classes, there's even some foreign language classes, but if you take the CLEP exam and you pass that test and your college will accept the CLEP exam in substitution of taking the class, then you don't have to take it again in college, which is basically free college. I think it costs $89 to take the test if you take it through the College Board website, but there's actually a website called Modern States. It is a privately funded website, and there are lots of gen ed classes on there that are taught by university professors to help your child study for the CLEP exam. So it's really useful because you are taking these free classes that are taught by actual professors and instructors from actual universities here in the United States, and your child is basically studying everything that's going to be on the CLEP exam. It's kind of like Cliff Notes on steroids. But basically that is a huge asset to you. You don't have to go out and buy a study guide. You don't have to guess what's going to be on the test. It is all done for you on the Modern States website. The benefit of studying for those different classes with Modern States is if you study with Modern States, you take their entire course, you do their instructions, you do all the work that they require. You can actually request a voucher from Modern States where they will pay your test fee for you. So it's not even going to cost you the $89 to take the CLEP exam. So there is actually a spot on the Modern States website that you can search for the college or university that your child intends to go to. You can look and make sure that that university or college is listed as a participating college, and there are thousands on there, but you just got to make sure that they are participating, because if they aren't, they will not accept a passing CLEP test in substitution of taking the class in college. So you just want to make sure that the colleges that your child is intended to go to are participating. If they are and they pass that CLEP exam, they don't have to pay for that class in college or take that class in college. Another great thing is if your child fails the CLEP exam, you do not have to worry about any negative outcomes on your transcript or your report or anything. Nothing is sent to the college unless you actually order the test to be sent to the college. So they're not going to know how many times you tried to pass. They're not going to know how many times you failed. They don't know any of that stuff. So that's really good because it's not going to look bad on your record that you've taken these exams and maybe not passed them. So that is the first thing that we plan on doing with her, and we're actually planning on doing some of those here in the next summer or two because she's already taking some classes that could be considered a college class requirement if she passes the CLEP exam. I know one of the ones is biology and one of them is world history, because that would count for her science credit and that would count for her humanities credit. So If she's able to take those exams and pass them, she will not have to take biology or any science class or any humanities class in college. So that saves her a lot of time taking gen ed classes that really have nothing to do with her degree. And it saves me a lot of money because I'm not having to pay for her to take biology in college when she's already taken it in high school. It's a really useful tool, and even if you don't go through Modern States just to get that free, voucher code, you can still study for a CLEP exam, you can still take the CLEP exam, and you can still pay the $89. Or you can go through Modern States, take their classes, and then get the voucher code for the free test fee. So it's up to you, but the CLEP exam is a real thing. It is a huge benefit to any student. Definitely look into CLEP exams. The second thing we plan on utilizing, and I've already been planning it, and that's one reason why I haven't had that many videos lately, just because I have been really busy with stuff around here, home improvement things, but then also deep into like research and planning mode for her next 2 school years. But dual enrollment is a huge benefit to your high school, or whether you homeschool or you public school. If they're able to take any dual enrollment classes in high school, that is going to save them so much time and save you so much money for them in college, because they're not going to have to take those classes in college if they have taken them and passed them in high school. So if your child takes any college classes in high school, you can count it as dual enrollment, provided that it is a class that they need for high school that will also count for college. Now this I'm going to be a little bit less specific about, because I'm sure that every state has its own laws about what's required for high school graduation, and how dual enrollment works in your state may be different than it is in mine, but you need to do your own research. You can call the Board of Education, you can call the local school, whoever you need to call, whatever you need to look up online, but definitely do your own research, because dual enrollment is a great benefit to make the most of your child's time in high school and the most of their time in college. So in our state, every child that's in high school is able to take 2 dual enrollment classes for free their senior year. So maybe they take 1 junior year, 1 senior year, or 2 junior year, but they're allowed to have 2 college classes for free when they are a junior or a senior. So that's one benefit that we have here in our state. So maybe your state will have something similar, but that's going to be 2 classes that I don't have to pay for in college that she's able to take in high school. It will count for high school, and then if she passes a class, she won't have to take it again in college. There are also other private universities and college that maybe have their own program as far as free classes go. They kind of want to get you in the door, so maybe your child will be interested in going there full time when they do graduate high school, but there are certain ones that do offer 1 or 2 free classes here and there depending on their regulations or rules. So definitely call any private universities that you think your child might want to go to, or even if they don't want to go there for their full degree, maybe they can go there for 1 or 2 classes, but just make sure the credits transfer. You want to make sure any credit that your child earns in high school or at a different university or a private university, you want to make sure they are transferred, they are able to be transferred back and forth. This can be a little sticky sometimes with private universities, because from what I've heard, private university credits don't necessarily transfer to public universities and colleges. So you want to make sure before your child takes the class, does this class or do these credits transfer to this university or that university? Because that would be bad to take a class that you're intending to count for college and then the credits won't transfer. There's also the benefit of just the discount you usually get with dual enrollment. So if you were to take a biology class in college, it may cost you $100, $200 or more a credit hour. But if you take it as a dual enrolled high school student, you get a discount. At least from what I've learned, you get a discount on those classes. So for here in Kentucky, at least the research that I've done, dual credit classes cost around $60 per credit hour. Those same classes in a public university or college cost around $170 per credit hour. So you're saving a lot of money by having your child take these college classes in high school. So we definitely plan on utilizing both of these resources, the CLEP exam and dual enrollment, while she's in high school, to minimize the time that she is spending in college. My goal is to get as many things out of the way for her so that when she actually starts college, it's going to be mostly degree specific classes that she needs for her degree and for her career choice. I realize that may not always happen. I realize she may not pass every CLEP exam she takes. I realize she may not do well with, dual enrollment classes, because they're really, they're college classes, so they're going to be a lot harder maybe than what she's used to. But this is what we plan on doing for her, at least, kind of dip our toe in the water junior year, see how it goes, maybe increase that for senior year, and then take as many CLEP exams along the way as we can to really help get her off on the right start in college and save us as much money as possible. Again, do your own research. Google is your best friend, and if you have any homeschooling families that you know, definitely pick their brains and ask them. If they have a high schooler or if they've graduated kids that are in college now, ask them. Do you know of any programs that offer free classes for high schoolers? Do you know of any scholarships where kids get free classes, you know, for this? You know, ask around, Google it, do your own research, check with your local laws, but it is in your best interest to do as much research as you can, because the more information you know, the more money you're gonna save in the long run. So you guys let me know if you have a high schooler in homeschool, or if you have graduated a high schooler from homeschool and now they're in college. Definitely please let me know anything in the comments that you feel like would be useful to me or anybody else that has a high schooler that is homeschooling, because I feel like it is all new territory. It is all new stuff to learn. There are so many ins and outs and credits and dual enrollment and CLEP exams and financial advisors and I just craziness. It is really a lot. I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot to figure out. It's a lot to try to plan out and make the most use of time and money and resources. So definitely, if you guys have any suggestions or tips, please leave them for me and everyone else to read in the comments. If you like this video and it was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Pretty soon I'm going to be sharing how I made my high schooler's transcript, because you do have to have a transcript to apply to college. And that is something I had to get made, and that is something I had to create for her a little earlier than I planned, because she is just a sophomore. But in order to sign her up for dual enrollment classes for her junior year in the fall, I had to go ahead and make her transcript now so that she would have at least some information to turn in and for her application process at different universities. So I am planning on sharing that. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and make sure you click that little bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.